Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. I'm Kevin, and I'm so grateful you took a moment out of your day to spend it with me, your guide to all things crypto and DeFi. Now, before we begin, remember, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, just a dad who enjoys exploring the crypto and DeFi space. And if you enjoy content like this, please like and subscribe, ping that notification bell, and share this content with anyone who wants to expand their knowledge of crypto and DeFi. Also, please consider checking out our webpage, dadsdefispace.org, free educational articles on DeFi, crypto, a free course, and my community. And consider connecting with me on X, CryptoZone 1013, and Telegram Dad DeFi 1013. Enough of the introductions. Let's get to today's video. Altcoins, because all altcoins, for the most part, at least if we're just talking about the altcoin market, is following ETH. ETH is literally right on our line of the sand. It wicked right down on the daily into the bull market support band. We have to stay above the bull market support band for ETH to become bullish. That's I don't have a nicer way to put it. By the way, you're not looking at a price chart right now. You're looking at the market cap chart. It doesn't really make any difference when we're talking about above the bull market support band. But if this makes you feel any better, it's not. Basically looks the same. So what we really need to be paying attention to is ETH staying above this like $2,300 level. Most of my liquidity positions, if I was going to be conservative, this is an excellent range, like 23 to 2,800. We've been playing quite a bit more aggressively lately. I don't know about you. Sometimes aggressive isn't the best when the market turns really bullish. Because the more aggressive you get, especially with your liquidity positions, the more aggressive you get, the more likely you're going to suffer more in permanent loss, and then you're going to lose out on those capital gains, right? I was feeling super bullish about ETH, but it's basically retraced on the daily, right? The pump began at around 23,887. Top of the range, we were looking at 2,820. And we wicked down to 2,420 at this point. So it is what it is. But here's the thing. And I talk about this every stream. I'm going to do this before the altcoins. If you look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, we're not above the bull market support band. We have broken below it. This is not good. That's a little bearish for Ethereum. We're going to have to wait and see what happens over the next day or two right here. But if we break below this bull market support band, we're probably going to re-enter kind of back into this range here. Let's extend it out so you can kind of see it a little bit. I mean, I hope we could retrace all the way back down to 0.021. At least that's how I see it. That is not going to be good for our altcoins. But let's take a look at a couple of those charts and we'll see what's going on. We're going to be looking at some altcoins. Now, we spent a lot of time looking at Aero the other day. We're going to start with it, but I don't have much to say. Go watch our most current kind of market analysis video, and you can get the Aero technical analysis from that if you'd like. But Aero is still above the bull market support band. So as long as, in my opinion, we're above 69 cents, I'm going to stay bullish on Aero. If we drop below 69 cents, I'll probably be selling a large portion of my Aero position because I don't know exactly when and where we'll bottom. But we're chopping around. It doesn't mean that's going to happen. When you decide to invest in anything, real estate, altcoins, you invest in liquidity positions, you need to have an idea of when price point to cut your losses and another price point where you're going to start taking profits. Now, one thing I do have to say is this cycle in the crypto space, I'm hearing more and more crypto influencers talk about the importance of taking profits. and not getting caught up in your emotion. You to pay attention to is as the market becomes extremely bullish, like it will during a blow off top. Are people not talking about taking profits anymore? Usually talking about that during the top, that doesn't get you clicks. It doesn't get you views. When it's bearish, the algorithm wants you to speak bearish, and when it's bullish, they want you to speak bullish, but that isn't always the correct thing to do. Anyway, let's take a look at a few other charts. This is one very bullish on, but I'm feeling a little bearish about. You have our line in the sand. We also have our bull market support band, which is probably going to continue to tick up just a little bit more because of the last massive pump. If you look back at virtuals, you can see it tends to pump like crazy, like it did. It had a huge dump, and even more so. They've tried to kind of restructure, make it more available and what's the word I'm looking for? Fair for retail. I don't feel versed enough to make an argument either way. I do think I do think virtual is going to do well this cycle as long as the AI agent narrative stays the same. But we are about to break below 56 cents, which was my original line in the sand. So that does make, I may be exiting out some of my virtual liquidity positions very soon because this may just keep dropping. It won't be worth it anymore. But who knows? We could bounce back up above this bull market support band around 45, 43 cents. Could work. Hard to say. Let's take a look. And by the way, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do virtual, but I'll tell you one thing. If we get back into this range here below the bull market, within the bull market support band, this will be my accumulation area. I mean, I do not think we'll go all the way back down to 43 cents, but what if we went back down to $1? Oh, I'd love to pick up a bunch of virtual at $1. And I'm sure some of you out there would too, if that's your cup of tea. Now, let's take a look at a few others. Let's see, Sway. We talked tons about Sway. You can see the breakdown marked on my chart, right? Which is right around $3.38. What's awesome is right here where we are, I've paid off almost all my loans taken out on their network. The loan value is much lower when I borrowed some Sway and Solana on that one. That's a discussion for another video. Excuse me. And where could we go? I honestly, I don't know. We're breaking through our initial support, maybe some light support at 266. Pump began right around $2.18, with the bottom of it being $2.02. Oh, right here, the lowest of the low was $1.73. I mean, with Sway, we could easily revisit $2.20, $2.30. I'm going to mark this on my chart because if we are to go down here, not saying we will, but if we go down here in the range of, $2.18 to $2 and these are estimates, of course, $2.29. That's going to be a huge accumulation area for me. And by the way, we're already dipping into my accumulation area, but I'm going to try to save some to be able to lever up and get a bunch if we get down here, because I'm still very, very bullish on this ecosystem. And I think that, again, just some dad talking about random digital coin, internet money, right? So you do your own research and you build your own conviction for your plays this market cycle. Anyway, enough about that. So right now we've wicked down to $2 and say 64 cents, 65 cents on Sway. Anything around that area or below, I am a net buyer. But yeah, this chart is not looking very good for sway. And bottom of the range would be $2.29. $2.29. So go figure. All right, next coin. I want to take a look at, what have we not looked at in a while? Oh, I know. This will be a fun one. I'm going to take a look at a DPIM play that I've not spoken about in a while. It has not performed well price-wise recently. Still bullish. Just think a lot of people been selling out. That's World Mobile Token. Now, you go out on the weekly, you can see we are heavily below the band. In fact, we are back into our lower accumulation area on this one. World Mobile Token is a DPIM play trying to kind of decentralize mobile service. I really like what they're building. It is very volatile, as you can see, but man, when it pumps, it pumps. I'm kind of trying to keep a watch on their tokenomics right now. I may make a video on this in the future, but World Mobile Token, yeah, not looking good. Once we broke through here and the bull market support, well, not the bull, we broke the bull market support band here, but about halfway through, I de-risked a little my position, got out of liquidity pools, and just held the spot on my Tangent wallet that I wanted to make sure that some is just set to the side and safe. But I am bullish on World Mobile Token, but I am not a net buyer yet just because I want to make sure this is where we're going to bottom out yet. But 15 cents, 14 cents, not a bad buy in this dad's humble opinion for World Mobile Token. All right, next, I wanted to take a look at just a couple more charts before I move into the last part of the stream today. We're going to take a look at Solana. Now, Solana, we got all the way up to my first profit target of $295 earlier in the cycle. I do think we will get back up there. Let's see. If I take this off, I can show you. This will be a great chart to end on. Some of my profit targets on Solana. I wasn't planning on doing this during the stream today, but if you see profit target number 1, it's sitting at $295. If you look at profit target number 2, about 380 to 400. I will be de-risking more than half my position at that point. Then our final zone is 600 and then 750. I don't see Solana pushing much more than that, although I'll probably always hold on to a little bit of my Solana. But right now, Solana is sitting at $138.39. Massive downtrend. Volume has been going down with the downtrend. That's slightly a little bit better, I guess. But we have not found a bottom yet on this chart. Let's check the 4-hour. Not a bottom, still a downtrend. 2-hour, leveling out a little bit. 1 hour, no, absolutely terrible, guys. So we'll have to keep an eye on this one. I'm not for sure how I want to play Solana yet, but I'll probably be de-risking a little bit. Which last time we got close to this range around here, I de-risked a lot of my Solana leverage positions. No, I still have my spot bag, obviously. Thank you for staying with me the entire video, and I hope you are leaving a little bit smarter about either crypto or DeFi. Like and subscribe to help support the channel. Check out our webpage at dadsdefispace.org. And if you really want to consider developing your DeFi game, check out Crypto Labs Research Underdog Investment Group, the best DeFi private community in this space. And if you're interested in trading on a non-KYC exchange, check out our link from Weeks, $30,000 of USDT, or if you're not interested, maybe Blowfin or BitUnix. The links in the description are affiliates, but they do help support the channel. Again, thank you. and have a grateful day. Keith. Thank you for staying with me the entire video, and I hope you are leaving a little bit smarter about either crypto or DeFi. Like and subscribe to help support the channel. Check out our webpage at dadsdefispace.org. And if you really want to consider developing your DeFi game, check out Crypto Labs Research Underdog Investment Group, the best DeFi private community in this space. And if you're interested in trading on a non KYC exchange, check out our link from Weeks, $30,000 of USDT. Or if you're not interested, maybe Blowfin or BitUnix. The links in the description are affiliates, but they do help support the channel. Again, thank you and have a grateful day. Keith.